last video was on the bandsaw that I received. I have used it very lightly. I've used this bandsaw, not this one, but ones like it in the past, and they're good bandsaws. There's not a whole lot to go off of. But the whole thing was I was going to DeWalt, and I was waiting on a battery and a charger. So I got the battery in the mail and charger, 60 bucks. I think that was a really good deal. It was on eBay. Like I said, DeWalt was running a deal. It was like 60 or 65, and then it's creeped back up. I don't know what they are now. For a charger and a battery, 60. It was like 60, 65. Really good deal to get into the platform. You know, with these new powerstack batteries. So this is a Makita 2 amp hour. This is the size comparison. So this was always my favorite because it was compact, it was small. This was always my go-to, a 2 amp hour Makita, mostly for the impact. I mean, I'd use it on a drill, but you just get that voltage drop almost immediately if you were drilling anything other than like a 1/4 inch drill bit. But anyways, this is the size comparison. It's a little bit, the DeWalt might be, the DeWalt is the same height as the tab on the top part of the DeWalt here is about the same height as the clip. So I mean, I guess in that scenario I give them both the same height. Width wise, you can definitely tell the Makita is wider. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it is wider, and it is, I'd say it's a hair longer if you line up the clip here on the DeWalt. Sticks out a little bit on the powerstack. So if you line up the clip to the back of the Makita there, you can see it is a little bit smaller. So, and it's a good amount narrower, more narrow. Can't even see it there. And then, but weight wise, it's probably about the same. These are definitely lightweight batteries, but so is this especially compared to all the DeWalts. My impressions on this, I've used it a little bit on my drill, impact, and the bandsaw. I've only been cutting like 3/4 EMT with this. It's plenty. You know, a lot of people, I don't know if I'm like gonna explain it to guys on the job site. I don't think people have a hard time understanding. Like, this isn't gonna replace the runtime of a 5 amp hour battery. This isn't gonna be, you know, I think, well, I don't know. To me, I'd rather have lightweight and compact. You know, but other guys rather have runtime. They want to charge battery once a week, where I don't mind charging battery every day or every other day, or even, you know, every 3. But if they can't slap a battery that's gonna last, you know, a week or two, they want, you know what I mean? They don't care for it. But for me, compact and lightweight is more important to me than runtime. Like, obviously, yeah, I want them to run. Like, if this is only gonna run me an hour on my impact, then I'm not gonna use it. But you know, I can get 2-3 days out of my impact with this. You know, screwing Tech 5s into, I don't know what size beams, you know, less, you know, 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch beams. Like I'm trying to think of the buildings that you would see those beams. They're like thin metal beam. I don't know if it's 16 gauge. I don't know. But anyways, running Tech 5 screws into those, you know, I can get 2-3 days out of this battery, which is plenty. And the power is there. You get plenty of power. Same thing with this bandsaw. Like, I mean, I wasn't really cutting anything crazy with it. Cutting 3/4 pipe, you know, this will last a couple days, just cutting, you know, 3/4. Because it will go, you know, this thing will rip through 3/4 EMT like nothing. So, I really do like the batteries. I like the smaller powerstack battery. The 5 amp is massive. It's a really nice battery. You're gonna get a lot of runtime, but it is not the 1.7. This is a big boy. It's a big battery. There have been guys on YouTube that have done dynos and comparison tests with these, and this was about the equivalent to a 9 amp hour flex volt. The wattage out, the power out, you're not going to get that runtime. Obviously, this is just a 5 amp hour battery. But to be a smaller battery compared to that flex volt, you get that power, which is amazing to me. It is a bigger battery compared to these. I'd rather keep these. I'd rather have 4 of these and just keep them charging, keep them on the charge rotation than this big boy here. But I haven't come into any scenario yet, like a hammer drill, or I'm hammer drilling like a good sized hole drill bit, or using the bandsaw with like 4-inch EMT. Obviously you're gonna want something like this. You'll be ripping through these little guys, but I'd rather have these than this. This is nice to have if you're drilling. I don't know, a 1-inch unibit. You're gonna want some runtime. 1-inch unibit. I was drilling like 5-inch hole saws through sheetrock. You're not gonna get a lot of that with this. You're gonna get, you're gonna need something like this. To be honest, you could probably get away with. It's a little heavy. I don't know what the comparison would be to a normal standard 5 amp hour battery. I bet the weight would probably be about the same. It's bigger in different dimensions and smaller in others. You got to pick your battle there on that, what you want. I plan on getting the compact 3 and 4 amp hour batteries, so I'd probably run those on if I need a little more runtime. I definitely keep this. I definitely like it, but I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to buy 4 or 5 of these. I'd rather have 4 or 5 of these and have like maybe 1 or 2 of these. I do like the powerstack battery, the smaller powerstack batteries. I really do like these. I thought I had a Makita charger to compare with, but I don't, unfortunately. But I'll tell you right now, this is significantly smaller. And the Makita has, I forgot which one, they do have a charger that doesn't have the fan. And I'll tell you, that thing took forever to charge my 3, 5 amp hour batteries. It would take a while. I mean, a 2 amp hour wasn't bad, but I'm guessing that it was probably around the same charge rate as this, but this is probably half the size. This thing is tiny. It's lightweight. It fits in a small bag, no problem. That Makita charger would take up most of this little bag. Between the width and the thickness of it. You know what I mean? This thing is, I would say, about half the size. So this is a nice little charger. Really compact. But I also have a 4 amp hour charger, which is the same size. If not, it's the same size. I don't know even what the difference is. I mean, the vents are a little bit different, but this is charging at 4 amp hours instead of 2 with that. So you're getting double the charge rate. Same size package, and you're still compact, you're still lightweight to carry on the job with you, unlike the Makitas. The Makitas, the chargers with the fan, they definitely charge the batteries really fast, and that I'm not complaining about that. That's great, but the size is just, it's too big. You're trying to carry that, with you compact in a backpack. You got to walk up 8 flights, 8 floors. To the 8th floor, and you're working up there. You don't want to be carrying more, and a smaller charger means you can carry other tools that are more important than this big charger. Like I said before, you may not need you bring the chargers in case. You're really only bringing a couple batteries. You're not ripping through your batteries. You just need something in case it dies. You don't need to be charging quickly. So it's like something that's small and compact is nice to have when you're working on those high up floors, or you're parking far away from a job site. I do construction, commercial electrician construction. So sometimes we park in parking lots that are a 5-minute walk, and it's carrying that stuff in a backpack is nice. Yeah, so that's my comparison on the DeWalt powerstack batteries. I love them. And I've been a battery snob for a long time. Makita was my favorite because they were so small and lightweight, compared, in my opinion, compared to the and the big thing too is how easy I can get a battery off. DeWalt still are a little tough, especially these smaller power stacks. I definitely don't love the button mechanism. I mean, the 5 amp hour is a lot easier. I mean, obviously it's a bigger battery, you get a little more surface area but yeah, definitely still a struggle with that. I did notice with the power stacks, they did fix whatever they had in the past where they were looser on the tools. I mean, it's a little loose on the bandsaw, but I really love the power stack battery. I'm really happy with them. You know, the power output in the small package that they put them in, I love it. Huge fan. I'm definitely gonna get a couple more. As far as my DeWalt collection, it is growing pretty fast. I think the video I shot about me breaking up with Makita was with the bandsaw. That was back in September-ish, late September, I'm not sure. Now we're in almost Christmas. It's December 15th. And my DeWalt collection has grown significantly. Like I said, I only have 3 batteries, 3 20-volt batteries, but I've actually found it hasn't been that bad. I haven't really been doing anything crazy where I'm really using all my power tools. I mean, I was piping some stuff in a garage where I was using my drill impact, and the bandsaw, and all tools had a battery, and they all pretty much lasted. Even if one died, I can get away with using 2. It was fine. Makita, I had 5 batteries for, and I felt that was pretty good. It was, you know, I had a two banger charger, 2-port charger that, you know, I'd need if I was doing like an electric room or something, and I had, you know, lights, bandsaws, drills, the radio going. You kind of like, you know, a little more than 5 batteries would have been nice there, but so far I'm making it through with the 3 batteries. Obviously, I definitely need to get a few more. I'd like to get at least maybe two more. Like 2 more power stacks, and then I want to get the compact 3 amp and a compact 4 amp. If I can come across a 5 amp power stack, I'll get it. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of how big they are. But yeah, my DeWalt collection is growing. I have the DeWalt bandsaw here. We will actually, you know what? I'm just gonna end this video here, and I'll get another video going of what I have now, and yeah, how my collection is growing. I do have a tool coming in this week, so maybe I'll wait until I get that tool. I'd realistically like to get that tool and use it a little before this thing's been hitting my head the whole time. I'd like to use the tool a little before I maybe talk about all of them. Like I said, this one is kind of like a classic. It's been around a while. I've used it on, the companies I work for have them. Other people have had them. You know, I mean, this isn't a new tool in the market. Like this is a pretty classic tool. It's been an awesome tool. Here's the 5 amp hour. I'm just popping on there. You can see it's significantly bigger than the little power stack. Even you notice it with the weight too. You pop the little power stack on. It's like, what that little tiny battery running that tool. And then this is a tool I feel like you don't really need a whole lot of power. So you just let the blade do the work. You let the blade do the cutting and the work, and if you're pushing on it, yeah, you're gonna be putting some load on it. But you just let the blade go. I feel like it doesn't chew through batteries. But alright, so that's once I get my other tool and I use it a little, maybe I'll make another video on the tools I have and how I feel about them, how my collection's grown, maybe what more I'm gonna get. or I'm thinking about purchasing. Like I said, this is just the beginning. I've already been off to a good start. You know, it's not easy unless you got a bunch of money. It's not easy changing brands because it's expensive. I sold all my Makita stuff for very cheap. I forgot I spent thousands on it, you know, but I ended up selling the whole thing for $250. That didn't even cover the one tool I bought that I don't have in front of me, but I will show that in the next video. But didn't even cover that. But I sold it to a high school kid, so it kind of made me feel, you know, he's in a metal fab trade, so that's cool. Give him a deal. He's got a bunch of, you know, good tools. But yeah, this is slowly growing. Well, it was actually kind of rapidly growing. Once I bought, you know, I started buying. I just went all in. But that's where we're at right now. I'll take another video once I get the other tool. And yeah, that's that.